What's going down with the YouTube? This the kid DC Wrestling. Smackdown was on tonight. Overall, it was pretty solid episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Really nothing much to complain about. But getting right head into it, you see the picture obviously. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa. This was a really good end segment of SmackDown, man. Roman pretty much, because him and Jimmy were talking earlier, and we all saw what happened at the end of the show. We saw the surprise, shocking appearance from the Intercontinental Champion main event, Jey Uso. Solo and Jay was like having their own little entanglement. Jay was pretty much just telling Solo, hey, man, like, I'm not dealing with Roman and Jimmy's BS, but, like, don't do this. Let's not divide the family. Let's keep the family unit together. Like, let's not go through this crap. But Solo was like, look, man, like, Jay, you're going to acknowledge me. And Jay was like, no, I'm not. So Jay got a championship match on Monday. So obviously that might come to backtrack Jay in his tracks. Who's to say the Bloodline won't interfere in his championship match on Monday? And that even furthers Jay getting even more mad. But Roman told Jimmy, because again, Jimmy was like, what we going to do if you're not going to accept Jay's, if you're not going to try to bring Jay back, what are you going to do? Roman was like, well, I'm just going to have to acknowledge Solo Sikoa. And he acknowledged him, but didn't really acknowledge him. And then they brought out Jimmy, who was already beaten, and then they took out Roman to end the show. So you could tell they're still continuing the build up to eventually when, Jay eventually comes back. Most likely Sammy coming back, and the original Bloodline are reuniting to take on the new Bloodline. So I thought all those parts tonight was really cool on SmackDown. Plus you saw Cody Rhodes come out. Yeah, Cody Rhodes was talking about Gunther. He was talking about how, what's at stake at Crown Jewel. He cut a pretty solid promo, to be honest with you. And him and Gunther are gonna have another face-off. It looks like next week on SmackDown. They had a face-off on Raw, so now they're getting ready to have a face-off on SmackDown. Then you had Nia Jax, who didn't have Tiffany tonight because she was out with the sniffles, but she had the first ever women's speed champion in Candice LeRae coming out there, taking on Bayley and Naomi in a tag match. We all saw how that ended. But speaking of tag team matches, alongside DIY winning the triple threat match in the early night, we saw the official tag team debut of Motor City Machine Guns. I don't know why that I forgot Motor City Machine Guns were here, to be honest with you, because they had put an announcement on their social media pages like 2-3 hours ago that they had been signed. I don't know why I forgot, but it's weird seeing them on WWE programming because they were part of the TNA roster for God knows how many years. So to finally see them on WWE programming, a company that you just never imagined they wrestle on, it's going to take some get used to, but I say they look pretty good tonight. And then Last Legend got the shocking win over Piper Niven, which really shocked the hell out of me because I was like, yo, I didn't think Last Legend was going to win that. But overall, solid episode of SmackDown.